1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, this is Hammer 357 Mag here. This is going to be a quick look of the Kershaw Rake 1980 CB. Oh yeah, CB stands for composite blade. As you can see, that's the composite blade. It's got some nice copper between the two blades to give it that kind of fancy look. I really like that blade. Okay, we're going to go over the specs on this, the price point, fit and feel, primary and secondary concepts of use, out of the box sharpness, and any final thoughts. Okay, let's go over the steel. The steel is it's a composite steel. The spine is a 14C 28N stainless, and it covers most of the blade. It provides both good corrosion resistance and high hardness. The cutting edge itself is a high chromium D2 steel. The hardness on this knife is 55 to 62, so it's really hard. This knife is made in the USA. The handle on this, again, it's a G10, and it's got good texturing on it. So it's, I don't know if you can see that there. There you go. So that makes it really nice in the hand. The blade length is 3 3/8. The overall length of this knife is 8 inches, and the closed length is 4 5/8. The weight on this is 4.8 ounces. For the size of this knife, that's not bad. It's not a really heavy knife, it's not really light. Anyway, as far as deployment on this knife, it's a flipper, and they say you can also deploy it with the thumb stud, but if you look at that thumb stud, it's pretty tight in there, so I try to use it, and for me it's kind of cumbersome. So if you got chunky fingers, stick with the actual flipper design. And again, that flipper is a speed safe. It's got a locking liner. That's the type of, and you can see from that picture there, it gets in there about 50%. So the retention this way is really good. And then when you're like this, the retention here is really nice too. So it's got good blade retention. Okay. On the pocket clip on this, it's got top and bottom, and it doesn't, and it's got bottom on the left side. And also you can see it's got a hole there for a lanyard. So it does have some lefty capability, but only with the point up. The actual finish on this blade, it's a bead blasted. You can see that. The actual grind on this, I checked and checked and checked and measured it, and it's actually a flat grind. So as far as blade centering goes, let's have a look at this. Okay, it's not, it doesn't seem to be exactly in the middle. It's a little bit to one side. I'd say about, I don't know, maybe 40%. So it's not, didn't seem to come out of the factory perfect, but the deployment of this is excellent. So that doesn't seem to affect it, but I would expect for this knife normally to be a little bit more centered than that. But it doesn't seem to be, but it's not unacceptable. The fit and feel and ergonomics on this, again, for my hand, again, I got a medium-sized hand. It's got an excellent troil here. As you can see, it really covers, it's got some jimping up here, but you know, it's really it's way up here, so you'd have to hold it up here, so it'll be good for detail work. And again, it fits good in the hand. It's got the G10 scales. Anyway, the way I see this knife, you know, it's got a lot of attributes that might make it a tactical combat, but I really think with this big belly, and it's got a really big belly, that you'd probably want to use this for EDC general purpose, and then if you're in a 2-knife system, I would get another knife for tactical, because it's just got a huge blade on it, and I don't think it's going to penetrate as well as a knife that's got a little thinner from top to bottom. Anyway, the secondary use, of course, would be tactical and combat. So again, if you wanted a combo knife that would do it all instead of carrying 2 or 3, this would be a good one for that. And right now, the price point on Amazon, including shipping, you can get one of these for $62. So again, that's pretty good value for this quality of knife. Let's see how it cuts. Oh, that is really good. That's impressive. That's right up there with that Benchmade Griptilian and the Kershaw Turbulence. So let's see if we can get a little curl on this. Again, because it's a flat grind, it doesn't quite get the best curl on it, but it is a nice curl. Anyway, so I'm really impressed with this knife. It's well worth the money I paid for it. A little bit heavier than the Griptilian, but if you wanted more of a solid knife, this is it. The Griptilian would probably be better for tactical. Anyway, my final thoughts on this. This is an absolutely fantastic knife for your EDC general purpose. Again, the secondary purpose tactical, it could do a good job at that. It's got a really good steel setup with a composite blade. The sharpness out of the box is excellent. There's no doubt, if I misplaced this knife, I would probably buy one again. So this is Hammer 357 Mag. I'd like to thank you for your time. Have a great day, and remember, long live rock and roll and the American dream.